All right. On here because of popular demand, we're gonna play Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm gonna let this all play up. I played about 20 seconds just so I can get the audio. I don't even know what the game looks like. I don't know what the UI looks like. I don't even know there's voice acting, to be honest with you. Using analog mode. That's fine. Alright, published by Square Electronic Arts. So there's no Enix yet. That's interesting. That it's this late in the game and there's no Enix in Square yet. Well, there you have an intro. I'm gonna let it play while I listen back to the playback. Look at that. Nothing but zippers and belts. I can already tell who designed that. What is that? It's a very interesting intro. I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest, and I'm not up to that much. Keep that volume percent in mind for next episode. Yeah, interesting intro. It's probably just a bunch of stills from FMVs in the game, which is fine, but, you know, give me an actual FMV for an intro at least. Actually, more than anything, this looks more like... That looks like Arden. This looks more like credits, not an intro. But I guess sometimes you have some like that. I guess it's just a black background and just basic names. There's cars in this. Was that Noctis? What is this? Again, I'm thinking of skipping this because card game, battle camera. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, we still have that issue where I can't have my camera on because I guess it picks up. I don't know, it's weird. But alt tabbing disconnects my controller, and that's really obnoxious. A lot of stuff going on. This certainly has that Final Fantasy feel where a bunch of random stuff happens. You know, it's not just a fantasy setting, it's a sci-fi fantasy setting with a bunch of random side quest shenanigans. It's like a reading a overly comedic, but it's supposed to be serious manga of sorts. Interesting. That's a long intro. I'd like to see the main menu at some point. There you go, 1999, Square. No Enix. That's a nice logo. It reminds me of the Final Fantasy 15 logo. I was supposed to press a button, I think. Alright, I made it up to here in about 5 seconds of the next FMV, and that's it. I didn't actually look at anything else, so... New game. This is a US version, so... X is yes. Circle is back. Or maybe triangle. They used to use triangle a lot back in the day. Which was even more weird considering the Japanese were using the X is back and circle is forward. You know what I mean. I'm gonna mute myself now. I like how the logo was digitized into the FMV, but you know, neither here nor there. They could have used that as the intro. That was pretty interesting. Oh man, look at these pre-rendered backgrounds. This looks nice. Alright, well, I'm not going to read all of it. I'm assuming there's not going to be any voice acting, so... But I'm going to read most of the important stuff, if I feel like it. I know you guys can pause and read, so can I. Alright, how are you feeling? Okay, I guess. Looks like your eyes are focusing. Say your name for me. Alright, you could do this. Could you... I only played Final Fantasy IV as far as old FFs go. That was a long time ago. I don't even remember if you could actually change your name. It was also on the PS1, coincidentally. But we're gonna leave it like that. Squall. Squall? Squall? It's gonna be a hard one to pronounce for me, but, you know. But just take it easy in training. Next time, you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Safer. Slifer? No. Safer. Won't listen to anyone. Can't just run away. I would have been really pissed off if I was muted. Alright, so we were sparring, I guess. It's nice to know. Quistis. Oh god, these sound like Kingdom Hearts names now. Oh, her. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Alright, we have bones. We're full into fantasy sci-fi now. I was expecting more light sci-fi, I guess, not this convenient. Alright, we're gonna have a scar. That's fine. There's a couple achievements I can get at the bottom right. I know you can't see them because I'm in the way, but I wonder what that even is because we're not even in gameplay yet. What was that? They were behind the glass. Oh man, love FMVs. I'm gonna talk about this after this. You're not voiced. What did I expect? Oh well. I knew it'd either be you or Cypher. Or is it Safer? I don't know, that doesn't sound right. I was gonna say, the earlier... The thing about FMVs is in the PS1 era, like late 90s, they're not too bad. Squall, is there something on your mind? Okay. I can only go forwards. Okay, that's fine. I know this looks terrible to most people nowadays, but I think these graphics look pretty good. And I'm not talking about pre-rendered artistic backgrounds. I think some of these 3D models look pretty good, polygonal and all. But I need to stop getting in... Okay, there's walk. Okay, it's both walk. I think I'll use the D-pad and the stick. I'll interchange every so often. What's so funny? Okay. Tell me more about yourself. Alright, so we're a student doing something. No buttons or anything yet. Okay. Just tutorial. I hope this isn't going to be like an hour of the tutorial like most JRPGs. But yeah, I was going to say. I would say the pinnacle of like FMVs, as far as I've played, have been like the best of the best I've ever seen has been in Ninja Gaiden 1. That's when they were still using FMVs back in that era. Also, this is loud. I hope it's not too loud for you. But yeah, Team Ninja at the time did a really good job with Ninja Gaiden 1's FMVs. I should say Ninja Gaiden Black too, but same thing. And I'm willing to bet a lot of that comes from the late, amazing, awesome Itagaki being at the helm back in the day. But at least when it comes to PS1 FMVs, I think a lot of them are pretty good from what I've seen. The field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Seed. What do the Japanese like using the word seed for a lot of their organizations? Alright, we'll have free time. Be sure to be in top condition. 1,600 hours. Alright. There's like a map of the universe. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at right there, but this is more sci-fi than I expected it to be. Alright. It's one of those scenes where you probably hear him click his tongue in an anime. What do you need to talk to us for? Also, oh my god. It's got that jumpy thing that I don't like where there's no animation for like turning back or anything like that. It's a little bit more smooth using the analog stick. I think it was made for that. Also, why is that light? Okay. Yeah, because this is the D-pad. You can see it feels a little bit more floaty, and this is the actual stick. But that's just observations. I'm not complaining or anything. Alright, clear out. Thank you. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet? Okay. You able to take part in Sieg's exam. Or today's seed exam. Jeez. We gotta go to the fire cavern. Got it. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Alright, well, we're going to the fire cavern. This song is super loud. You review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate. Got it. You can access the study panel from your seat, all the way in the back. We're gonna go do that. Now, you're gonna see me disconnect controller quite a lot. That's just me alt-tabbing just to check OBS that everything is running fine. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't, but it'll come up on the screen a lot and it's kind of annoying. But it's nothing I can really fix for now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of big black screens like that. Big fade outs, but whatever. Let's see, turn on the power and... This looks like a damn arcade machine. Oh man. There's so many PS1 UIs when they try to emulate like a PC or a computer UI in-game. And they all kind of look like this. And it's very charming in a way. Alright, GF data for Squall searching. No GF. Oh. Alright, typical Square using mythologies for their random magic bullshit. We're way past 10 minutes, so I can use certain words. We're gonna leave the names as is. I don't care about changing any of that. Uh-huh. Oh man, I've seen this UI before, and this reminds me of Chrono Trigger. The sound effects, too. I did play a little bit of that before. Basic operation. Interesting. Alright. Square play cards. Hold down while using the directional button or left stick to walk. Okay, the walk button. And nothing else works. Vibration on and off. That's when you're walking, and then the map. We'll figure it out. Change POV, that's trigger. Camera. Bumpers. Uh-huh. Vehicle. Battle screen. We'll figure this one out. Trigger? Yeah, I'm hoping there's buttons on the screen because I don't think I'm going to be able to remember all this right now. Escape. I'm assuming they'll let you select options, not just be a hotkey. Man, this song is like super loud in my ear. But it's fine as long as you can hear it. Online help. GF Junction. Junction tutorial. Oh man, those portraits looks really nice. Quistis looks really pretty. Junction enables characters to power up and use abilities. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. You just said that. Alright, let's junction our GF. We don't have a GF to junction. How sad. All commands in gray cannot be selected yet. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, select our GF. I know Ifrit is a guy, so I don't think that really makes much sense. You know, you could start by telling me what a GF is, to be honest. Just so I'm not making these dumbass jokes. Okay, maybe I should have read that again. Oh, can't go back. Oh, we have Shiva, so... Alright, Quetz. HPJ and ByteJ make the stats and... What? Okay, I got it. Magic can now be junctioned to HP and Vitality. But, since there is currently no magic, we will move on to setting abilities. This is all going over my head, I'm gonna be honest with you. 3 command abilities, and 2 non-command abilities for characters and parties, so passive and skills. Yes. Depending on a GF's abilities, the maximum of 4 non-command abilities. This means that up to 7 abilities can be set, so 4 passives. And then this is like your magic, I'm guessing. Stuff you can use from your GF. This is very complex, and I'm actually getting over... Well... Alright. Basic magic. Draw magic. Summon the GF. And use item. Alright. Okay, you can... Yeah, you can... I get the gist of it now. And Triangle is back. Okay, card game. We'll get to that when we get to that. Icons. Fire, ice, okay. Okay, makes sense for now. Oh, this. That's a lot of status effects. This one might get me a little bit. Zombie. Yep, I can tell what the stats are. Status, defense, attack. Those kind of don't make sense to me, but whatever. Alright, circle is elemental. Status, I don't get it. Alright, command ability, character ability, party ability, GF ability, menu ability. Okay, menu ability seems interesting. And then junction ability. Hopefully this doesn't really go over my head. Alright, this is just basic tutorial stuff. A sort of codex. The basics about garden. What? What is a seed? Balaam Gardens mercenaries commanding GF. They have special... Okay, got it. I had a feeling. This is all like preliminary information, I'm assuming. You know, lore, building stuff that I don't really need to know about. I know what facilities are, student rules, precepts. Alright, got some Wiz Khalifa lyrics there. Attire. No dress code, blah blah blah. Reward and punishment. Headmaster presents official commendations to outstanding students. Violent acts, sexual promiscuity, or fall behind in their curriculum may be expelled. Alright, so you gotta be celibate and a good student. Got it. Conduct. Skills were never used for personal gain. I don't know why I'm bumbling my words. Take time to think things through before starting a relationship. Alright, so you can do stuff, just don't be a... You know, just don't be a playboy. Or a girl. In case of an emergency, if you're on 2nd floor, use the emergency exit next to the classroom. Do not use the elevator. Okay. Yeah, this is very basic, like, background information. It should be in your dorm rooms after hours unless training is conducted. I like reading through stuff like this. It's actually pretty interesting. Getting to be immersed in the world and lore. I know nobody cares about it, but for a first-time player, I mean, it's like playing Mass Effect or something like that for the first time. Normally, you're gonna read everything. Unless you're really not that interested, and then at that point I would ask, what's the point of you playing a story game? Applicants between ages 5 and 15 are admitted. All hardworking and confident youths are welcome. Gotta be 15 or 19 to graduate. At 20, regardless of grad, all students are released from Garden. Yeah, this music I think is making my headache worse, if not me talking out loud. Interesting. Garden. About the garden. Sid Kramer. Well, I know a Sid in a different Final Fantasy. This is the first garden built in accordance with the headmaster Sid's ideals and dreams. Don't know who that is. Alright, we have other gardens. And all we know is that there's an exchange program. There's a garden in the Galbadia Republic, largest garden. They go into the army. Okay, interesting. No, get me out of here. That's enough about gardens. The basics. Guardian Force. That's all you had to say. A message from Garden. Garden events. This is reminding me of playing Front Mission 3, where you would go into different websites and like read about the world and lore. You could sometimes unlock stuff, but here it doesn't really seem to be like that. It's just a tutorial. A sort of student handbook. Memorial service, entrance ceremony, seat exam. That's where we're at right now, I think. In spring. Summer vacation, student-sponsored event, winter vacation. Square Garden. What is this, forums? Yeah. Trapeze forever, baby. Man, I want to go out with her. Okay. I don't know who Trepe is. Is it Trepe? Trep? Hey, Trep groupie number 1. You got a name, dumbass? I'm gonna kick your ass. What's your name? Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, this is certainly a forum. Who's J.I.? Who are you? You're so nosy. Even if you use your initials, dumbass, they're still gonna know who you are. Does anyone know if the new hot dogs are good? I haven't tried them yet. Oh yeah, they're the best. Man, if only, you know, forums for like schools or whatever nowadays were like this. And if people kind of cared about it, you know, they let you say anything, that'd be even better. Because I remember being in forums like a lot in my younger days, and that was a great time. We were all strangers, but we still knew each other to a certain degree. No updates. I, the Garden Festival Chair, will be leaving Garden. I did not strive to be a seed and did not even graduate. Or won't graduate. In the end, there was no Garden Festival. That's because no one volunteered to help out. And I only have myself to. That's depressing. Wimbley Donner. Sounds like a Harry Potter name. Where are we studying exactly? Alright. Let's get out of here. That's enough tutorial. I'm done. I think it's about time we learn how to play on our own. There we go. I hate how vibration back in the day was off by default. I talked about this before, but since the DualShock... Oh, my bad. The DualShock wasn't out for most of the PS1's era. You know, there wasn't any rumble or anything like that, so vibration was just an afterthought for, you know, the new controller. The analog DualShock. Who's that? Oh. Are you okay? Yeah, if you can see, the 3D models look they're well animated. They look pretty good, minus the pixelation from being far out and the polygons. But you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of the garden? Sure. We're gonna be late to Fire Cavern. We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby and I'll show you the directory. Alright. Yep, that was the walk button. Okay. Am I supposed to know where any of that is? Alright, circle. No, that's just the menu. Okay. Config. Stereo, normal, customize, no, normal, memory. ATB, this is the... what is it called? This is the battle system that's like live. You know, it doesn't pause, it's not true turn-based. I don't like that shit, so... I guess leave it at wait, I don't know what that means. Close up for scan. Always for now. Camera movement. Battle speed and all that. We'll leave that on, so... I think that's fine. Yeah, it's saved. Can we save from here? No. Not yet. Don't ask me why there's a save there? Or is that just me? Be in the middle. I think it's just me in the middle. So we're level 7. Okay. Cards? Nothing. What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? Guardian Force. We've got our 2 Guardians here. Status. Items. Okay, well at least I know where Phoenix Down and I guess tent and all that is, so... Junction menu. It's Junction a GF. What the hell was PR? Wasn't speed, was it? No. Shit, I already forgot what that was. Oh boy. Alright, we'll remember at some point. I don't think Squall's gonna be using magic, so Shiva it is then. Alright, get me out of here. Junction magic, no. Ability. Alright, draw, item. Got none of that. Let's get out of here. Where do you want me to go? Alright, circle was the menu. Got it. No other button does anything. That's really all I need to know. So let's get out of here. That's the classroom, I think. I don't remember where we came out of. Yeah, that's the class. At least you can move. Oh, there's people. At least you can move right away after the fade out. Nothing there. So yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna play for. Maybe like an hour or 2. Alright, you guys want to be seeds? I mean, we've been going for 40 minutes. That's how usually JRPG intros go on forever. Would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look up the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing square. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. And by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. And we have only got 7 cards. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go to the Fire Cavern. Yeah. Let's take this elevator with whoever is following. Alright, first floor. Look for a directory. Hopefully this just goes in the same directions. And I don't have to go back. Yep. brought her to a map, literally. Oh, this is it. Balamb Garden is pretty big, or Balamb, I don't know. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press X to select. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of the various facilities. It's so weird that your character talks, but it is what it is. You'll find a dormitory to the north. The majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. You can rest and change. Cafeteria is just literally going to tell me about different places. What the hell is a quad? Right, parking. Take the garden car when a mission comes up. Front gate. That's right, I have to meet Instructor Tripe at the front gate. Alright, the quad located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. The Garden Festival. Oh, she's in the planning committee. Infirmary, yep. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaki. Now the East Block. Training Center. They have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. And then the library, that's self-explanatory. You already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep. You couldn't go anywhere else, so I'm glad. It's not a really big open area. I gotta sit up now. Headmaster's office is in 3F. Need permission to get in. What was the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? I can already tell it was going to be a really slow burn gameplay playthrough. Yeah. Maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training at the previous garden. I'm taking the seat exam today too. I really like having people walking and doing stuff out and about in the background. It really shows off like a bit of a living world of sorts that you don't see in many games. Okay, I can move. Hello? This person doesn't want to play cards with me. Have you heard? There's a card club here, aka the CC Club. Or CC Group. There are a bunch of card maniacs looking for worthy opponents day and night. Consider it an honor to be challenged to a game by one of the CC Group members. I'm sure it'll come up at some point, but I don't care right now. And we gotta be going to the front. That's a save icon if I've ever seen any. I hope, yeah. Really hate how you can't save anywhere, but that was JRPGs back in the day. And we're gonna use memory card 1, because why not? No empty blocks, really. Oh shit, well I guess we're full on that memory card, damn. I gotta take a look and delete some of the stuff that I'm not using, because I do have a lot of save files in that memory card. There's a few fighting games where I have like all the characters unlocked and stuff like that, but other than that, yeah, it's also full of like all the games we've played on here, so that's also why I would be full. Oh, the girl's gone. I just became a seed myself. Good luck. But we have to get a GF before that or it's all over. I have 2 GFs. I don't know what that's about. I already forgot what it even means. Something Guardian Force, I think. I wanted to talk to that guy. Alright, I'm tired of this background song, so if we can get to the fire cavern anytime, that'd be great. Hopefully this all leads to like a straight path and it's not. Okay. Because I'm afraid of like I'm gonna miss a spot where I can go to, like left or right instead of forward, stuff like that. What is this? wall stocked 7 cures? Curses? What? Status? Okay, maybe it was cures. Okay, that's a lot of stuff we can look at. Gunblade auto, Renzoku Ken, Rough Divide. What is it? A Linkin Park song? Damage one enemy. Gunblade auto mode. I mean, I guess revolver. Ocelot. What is all this? Item. Oh, was it a cure? What did we even get? Magic? We even have magic, we have cure. That's like probably the most basic thing. Cards. Gizzard, Bungar, Redbat, Gala, Jesper. What are these names? What are these numbers? Can't look at it. Okay. Let's quit with that. And move on. Fire Cavern. I think we were talking about going to the front gate. Yeah, there she is. It's a really nice outfit she's got. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation of junctioning. I read that, yeah. You better not give me the tutorial again. Okay. She was. And we have the tutorial in the menu. Okay. Explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Stock magic. Interesting. And she said east, I think. That's what I heard. No, let's go. That's because she said east, so I thought we would be going, you know. But you can only go down, so. Alright, world map. Why would I ever want to use a FOV like that? This is much better. Although, it really depends. I wish it was more like... I wish it wasn't one or the other, to be honest with you, because I can't see shit. This one's pretty zoomed out at least. You can get out of the path, yeah. I'm gonna assume you get caught in a battle if you're outside of the path. Can you go in the forest? Yeah. Makes sense. I don't know, this just reminds me of how shitty the FOV and camera was in Xenogears. That was such a pain to go through. But I think this is it. That's just a town. I think my problem is there's no compass, so I don't know exactly where you want me to go. But we're gonna go to it anyway. It's not a cavern, though. Doesn't make sense. Alright, gas station, something. Interested in becoming a mechanic? I had an assistant, but he quit for some reason. You might have the right stuff to become a great mechanic. Okay. Singing ballads. Are you gonna sing for me now? Come by and listen anytime. Me and my girl are definitely... Okay, that's your girl? Okay. That's all I needed to know. I'm out. There was a shop. Can I get to that? Do you even have money? 5,000 G's. Oh, Quistis. Okay, nice. Car rental receptionist. Okay, that's what that is. Can you tell me which rental places are good or bad? Tell me. Renting a car is the best way to avoid those nasty monsters outside the city. You don't need to buy fuel, of course. When you rent a car, we can offer a full tank free of charge. You can buy extra fuel at the item shops. Charge rate. This is really reminding me of Final Fantasy 15, and I would really like to play that again. The only problem is the story. I would probably just play a lot of, like, you know, ignoring the story and try to get as far as I can before, like, the no return point. Because I think that's one of the weaker parts, is the story after the halfway point. And we got a lot of stocked everything, so... Because I really enjoy the game. It's just the problem that I have with games like that is when they don't let you play their open world, you know what I mean? But that's for a different stream or video. There's fighting going on somewhere at this very minute. Alright, bro. Got a store? You're gonna make me walk in the store now. Chain whip? We have everything. We're good. Something tells me I can't read that. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna go look in the other direction. Yeah, I get the feeling we're not close to the fire cavern. Isn't that the Dutch flag or something? Alright, brat, I don't care. I'm gonna draw a picture of that fish next time. It's an aquarium. You fucking asshole. I'm gonna go kill that brat in a second. But you can go behind. Okay, it's a whole open area. You're not gonna expect me to actually go through here, are you? Yeah, you are. There's a lot to explore, and we're gonna be here for a while, so you might as well get used to it. I love the water. Love that we're not just in like a forest, mountain, whatever the hell as usual in like a JRPG. I love that we're actually in the seaside. Really love that area in Final Fantasy 15, the dock and like the beach. Forgot the name of it. Hey instructor, won't you have a seat? I could really use the company. We could go over the test you flunked the other day. Alright, well never mind. Interesting place. I can see people getting lost exploring something like this. It's pretty easy to tell what's interactable and not, too. I haven't played that many pre-rendered, like, background games. But this is nice. Oh, I don't need to go back. I'm gonna go look at the aquarium. We're basically on a date with the instructor at this point. But if you're gonna give me the chance to explore everything, then I might as well just take it. Welcome to the lovely Blab Hotel. Rooms are okay. The inn, got it. Don't need anything here. Say less. Nice beds, nice view and everything. I wish you could see it from here. Right. It'd be nice if you could interact with it instead of doing this. I know a lot of JRPGs do this too, which is kind of annoying. It's just more extra like UI buttons and menus to go through. Man, Quistis looks really nice. I'm not exactly a simp lord, but if you're gonna give me portraits like that in this game, I know what the Square Enix games have in terms of character designs, so don't expect me to be quiet about it most of the time. Alright, out of the way. Yeah, this might not be it. Again, without a compass, I don't know exactly where the east would be. I need to buy anything before you go. We carry various gifts. Okay, I'm not a fan of having so many ammo. Of having so many status effects. Oh my god. I think it's mostly the fact that it's going to be individual items that we have to use to cover all that. But I guess remedies work, you know. And tents. We have 5 of those. Fuel, ammo. What if I just grab it just to have it? I like hoarding stuff. Alright, your GF also has HP. What is this about? We'll look at it when we get to battle, but... Alright, while we're here, we have potions. We don't need high potions. I didn't mean to buy that many. It left and right changes how many, and then up and down changes like by tens. That's actually kind of annoying. I'll be honest with you. I think we're good. Maybe get more potions. I like having even numbers, to be honest with you. But alright, that's enough. I am the Queen of Cards. I travel all over the world and monitor and enforce the various card rules. What do you want to know? Regions rules. Region rules? Pay me 30,000 gil and I will pass on a new rule to this region. I don't know what the rules are. The current trend of the trading rules. Currently the trend is Balam rules. Okay, a little trading taking place. Trading rule 1 will spread out from... I don't know what that means. Okay, the trains are running on schedule. There aren't any trains coming from Galbadia. From my experience, this situation... ... Okay. We gotta get somebody to battle cards at some point. Here, there's a big academy, yeah. For gifted kids, yeah. Charles Xavier Mansion for gifted students. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place. Who wouldn't want to live by the ocean? You got something for me? No? Alright, so the Republic is full of... Found an old issue of Timber Maniacs. You finished reading. Alright, just got an achievement thing, so I guess there's hidden items here and there. I'm never gonna find all of them, so don't expect much from me. Hey, you have a pretty nice physique. I'm a professional photographer. Want to be a spotlight technician? Why do you need one? There's gonna be a big parade in Galbadia, and I'm thinking of going. Uh-huh. How about 80-20? You know what, forget about it. Okay, that's a very subtle way of the game devs telling you you don't have a choice in what they're asking you. It's kind of like in Pokemon Red, where they ask you if you want to join Team Rocket, and the choices are yes and no, but even if you say no, the answer is still going to be... Even if you say yes, the answer is still going to be no. The game doesn't actually give you a choice, it's just, you know, superficial. Now there's nothing here. What am I doing? Alright, we gotta look for a cave. It said fire cavern, so... This is probably the best view we're gonna get. And it's not gonna be there. Oh, it's straight from the path. My eyes. What is that? Alright, draw. Okay, we're still getting hit while we're doing this. I don't like that. I do wonder if this is how fast the battles are, because if it is, I might maybe have to change some settings with those shaders, but this feels like it would be appropriate for the time. I wonder if you can move the camera? No. The buttons aren't really... Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not a thing or anything that you can do. I don't know what I just did there, but... Okay. Pass on, I guess? Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of, like, not pausing your turn. I guess it just adds more pressure onto the gameplay, but whatever. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was ATB. I'm gonna set it to active and see what that's about. Just to play around with some of the controls and gameplay. Still looking for a cavern, set east. That might be it. This is also a game from 1999, so I'm not exactly hating on, like, how slow and how boring it's gonna be to play turn-based whatevers, you know what I mean? Alright, Shiva, do something, I guess. Attack. Yeah, like, the best you have, I guess, would be pausing like this. But I would prefer, and I really don't like this type of, like, battle mechanics. I really would prefer if you just pause my turn. Because I can't deliberate, I can't look at my skills and attacks, I can't strategize while I'm getting hit and killed. You know what I mean? Alright. Wow. Well, remind me not to do that again against this thing. No ice or anything. Oh, he's dead. Yep, Quistis has a really great design looking at her. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy 15 designs, character designs. But I'm quite liking the ones here so far as well, as far as their outfits and stuff like that goes. Junctioning magic, now pay attention. How to utilize the magic you have stocked. Yep. We have stock, we just don't know what to do with it. By junctioning magic, you can raise the character's stats. If the GF has learned the ability to junction onto stats, that particular stat will be displayed in white. So strength and SPR. Alright, go to GF. Go to magic. And then select the one you want. Choose a magic with the cursor. You can see how the stat value changes with each magic. Pick the best one for you, I guess. Only one can be assigned, though, for each stat that it gives you. Got it. There's no need to junction magic manually, one by one. So I think auto after junctioning will just do it for you. Thank you. That's a good feature to have, honestly. Like, have at least some sort of auto something in your game, like auto sorting items, auto level up if you're not really interested or replaying. Auto battle also works. But yeah, that's good to know. Ready to go? Yeah. You know how to use your gunblade? I guess I'll review it. Each character's basic data, yes. First one shows stats. Second one shows status effects. Or resistances, actually. And then this one shows GFs. The fourth shows limit break. Squall's gunblade settings can be changed in the limit break section or screen. Uh-huh. What if we turn it on? Renzoku-ken hits automatically without having to press R1. Might keep that on then. However, a perfect may not be possible with this option. You must select... Okay, well then I guess you're gonna teach me how to use it. Because I didn't know we're gonna have stuff like that. Well, keep it on at least. There we go. Rough Divide. It's literally a Linkin Park song. Does Quistis have anything? Laser Eye. Interesting. Let's try to clear the fire cavern and then maybe leave it at that. I think that'd be a great ending. Who are you guys? To obtain a low-level GF, a seed member must support. Are you ready? We already have GFs though. Unless they're like tutorial given only. Alright, Quistis. Select time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging, yet reasonable. Okay. I had to set up. Let's do 20 minutes. I guess the contents don't matter. It's just giving you the amount of time to finish it. So I could have just gone for the max, maybe. Oh well. We can do this in 20 minutes. I have the time to stream. Alright, you're just a companion. Got it. This is all straightforward, no BS, no... This is why I like a lot of pre-rendered background games. You know, the boys often choke on this test when I come with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Yep, you do have charm. Does the time go if I pause? Yes. That's actually pretty silly, but you know, whatever. Oh, wrong button. What if I pause this way? Not good. But yeah, I really enjoy... I mean, I love open world and exploration and all that, but there's a limit to certain games where they try to cram as much secret shit. I end up spending more time exploring every nook and cranny of every individual pixel than I do playing the game. So with something like this, it's a breath of fresh air that I'm not going to be wasting time doing stuff like that, thankfully. So I'm glad. I don't know what this means, honestly. I casted what I had drew. I'm gonna have to read up on it. Off camera, definitely. Got some M-stone pieces. I might even have to turn it down just for the battles. Because it is a little bit loud. Can we go? No. It looked like a path. So I'm glad this is like really straightforward. Never mind. Took the words right out of my mouth. Any secrets? No. I'm assuming every hidden item will have like a shine or something like that. What is this? Bomb, an elemental. Use ice attacks. Got it. Check the monster's weakness with scan. Got it. It said it targets everything, that's why I'm using it. Although this is kind of like small fries, it didn't really matter. Can I quit deliberating? Can I keep deliberating so I can use Shiva? There you go. Oh, we can enjoy what she looks like. That's a lot of damage. It's also super loud in my ear. We haven't been able to use the gunblade. I don't know what that's about. Shiva level up. And we do waste time doing that, so... Wow, okay. The hell is that? I wish I could turn the camera or something. I'm gonna have to look at the buttons again. What does that even mean? What are we drawing? Fires? So each enemy gives you a different draw. I'm really gonna have to read up on the tutorial again. But I'll do that off camera. I'm not gonna make you sit through that. Got some fire. But how do you even check how much you have? That's my question. This doesn't really say anything. And there's nothing here for me to look at. Ability, no. Magic? Thunder, fire, is that what it is? It's like we gather as many as we can and we can use it until it runs out and then we can draw again, is that what it is? There's also the matter of the gunblade that I still don't know how it even works. You and Safer are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. This looks demonic as hell. What? Why can I target myself? What is that? That's gonna be a problem. It's a bit of a dumb thing. Because when I'm trying to switch to different targets, I'm gonna be targeting myself, apparently. On top of, you know, it being real time, so you're gonna be getting attacked while you're fixing the cursor. I'll have to look more into that. I still don't know what this means. The ATB thing. I'm gonna keep it at weight then. See if I notice a change again, because I don't notice anything. Are we ready? You seem confident enough. What's in there? Isn't that like Ifrit? Oh man, listen to this track. How do you scan? I just realized that. Oh god. Yeah, I just realized, how do you scan? I will stock some of that. Do you give off fires, thunder, and 8 scans? What? This system is a little weird to me. I'm gonna have to practice, like, off camera, like in the field or something. Oh look, we got a Digimon. Fire GF. Fire girlfriend. Cool. Absorbs water. Uses fire magic. It's a strong opponent, but it is a part of the Garden's exam. Weak against ice. We have Shiva. SPI? Speed? I guess? Can I get out of this? Thank you. Alright, we scanned the Digimon. Basically what it is. That was a different cutscene. No, go back. I pressed B by mistake. I keep forgetting it's triangle. Impudent humans. Ow. I'm gonna have to heal. Quistis can't do anything though. She can only attack. There's no defend button, I think. That I didn't see any. Yeah, I figured it probably means like active time battle or something like that. I remember that from Chrono Trigger. And I didn't like it then and I don't like it now. What the hell? Ow. Yeah, I'll take about an hour and a half maybe off camera to just like learn some of the battle stuff. It seems pretty complex. You know, I scanned him and I didn't actually look at how much health he might have. I'll go back. I can't tell, but his animation looks like he's still the same. Alright, Shiva. I don't know why. Why does the GF have health? Oh man, the fire is getting to me. It's too hot in here. I'm pretty sure they'd be dead by now if they were this close to actual, like, running lava. Although I guess we're underground, so this is probably just magma. Even then, we'd be getting burnt alive. You know? Yeah, the GF animations are really loud in OBS. But as long as you can enjoy it, I don't care. There's no dialogue, so there's no echoing on my mic either. Pure. Okay, so he wasn't doing anything then, so I guess that's what wait means in the settings. That as long as you're got an open menu or something, the enemy doesn't actually move. Which I think feels better than having a real-time battle. I didn't hit the head. That button. Whatever. Stock some more of that. I already wasted all my money on cures and stuff, so... Keep forgetting triangle is the button. Oh, we did it. Never mind. No XP. G Returner revives GF from KO. I couldn't tell, but I think Shiva had less health. She was at like 220 or something like that. So maybe each summon costs health. I don't know. It's all I can think about when it comes to why they even have health, because she's not actively in the battle. Alright, Ifrit. I'm not going to use you, but whatever. Let me go over this real quick. Good, you got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use the LMJ ability. Alright. Junctions can change basic parameters such as strength and magic as well as elemental. Just put the whole thing in a box. There's no need to cut it off like that. The EL-AD slot above the HP turns white, indicating an elemental junction. Attack and defense, I'm guessing. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, strength, AD, elemental AD, I'm guessing. The elemental junction screen appears. Works like any other junction. Select, okay, I don't want to say junction every second, so please get on with it. Again, this is all going over my head. I might just use auto for everything. Because I don't know what the hell I'm actually looking at. But yeah, I usually do play as I like, but as long as it's not like Xenogears where you do 0 damage if you don't buy the latest armor and weapon. And even then, you have to unlock through weird, like, cryptic measures, different combos that you don't just get normally to be able to do any damage in that game. Otherwise, you can't progress anywhere, or you're stuck, you're soft locked, because fuck you. That's the reason I stopped playing. It was just so obnoxious playing Xenogears. It was a good game otherwise, but some of the mechanics I could do without any of that. This is all going over my head. I'm gonna look at this off camera. So, yeah. There's a lot of fire elemental monsters here, so junction blizzard to your elemental attack. You'll have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. So right now we have, I have no idea. Junction magic to up strength. Abilities have the same thing, nothing new here. Keep forgetting triangle is back. Junctioning, GF. Alright, so we have Shiva level 2. Ifrit will give me more strength, and Quetzal will give me magic. But I like Shiva because I'm like that. Alright, so this was stuff that I didn't get. I left it to... Yeah, it's all gray, so I can't do anything, I guess. Get the cure up. That's all we can do. That's all we have, that's all we have scanned. I think that's what that means. Or, not scanned, but that's all we have drawn. For all the enemies we've fought so far. I still don't know what SPR means. I'm gonna have to look at the tutorial again. Basic icon. This is it. A spirit. That's what it is. So it's got to do with magic then. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind playing a magic on the side, but I'm assuming Squall's gonna be more of a all-arounder attacker. Alright, let's get out of here. I do want to save since we cleared the fire cavern. We've been playing for quite a while, and you know how long JRPGs tutorials tend to go on for. So we might even have to come back and keep doing tutorials by the time we get back. I was just curious because this place looked like there was going to be something behind it. Still haven't done anything with the gunblade, so I don't know why she even told me about that. Because I'm pressing R1 and yeah, since I'm not doing anything with the gunblade, there's no point yet. I'm getting a lot of stones. Yeah, there wasn't anything here. Okay, just making sure. But yeah, these are all going to be streamed, so if I have to suffer a lot of this, then so are you, I suppose. Alright, just give fire, makes sense, so it does work like that then. I'm glad. Hello? It was just sitting there. It's a very tanky damn fireball. Yep, that close-up of Questus was really necessary. I'm glad there are close-ups, honestly. Kind of excited to see the other characters. Not for any nefarious reasons. Two of you. Alright, she has 346, so I'm assuming if I get hit while it's casting, that will be the problem. Yeah, that's how you lose health. That makes a little bit more sense now. This is all just trial and error at this point. Can you skip these? No, you cannot. Not that I mind, I like seeing Shiva. Can't remember what she looked like in 15 though. I do remember one of them, one of the legends or myths or gods or whatever you can summon was a really big guy that would throw lightning or something like that. Forgot his name. And I think Ifrit, or maybe it was Gaia, that would rain down like a big fist from the heavens or something like that. I don't remember Ifrit or Shiva. I know Shiva kind of dies in the game. But you can still summon her, I think. I don't know. I had a good time with the game up until like the final, like the half. The final quarter of the game, more like. I was gonna test something because I was pressing R1 when he was about to hit before with the fireball, and it was doing critical damage. So I kind of assumed that's what it meant with the gunblade thing. But I was supposed to have like the indicator on, so I didn't see anything. That's why I'm kind of wondering. It's supposed to be on, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just got lucky with 2 criticals in a row because it had a different animation. I don't know. Don't mind me. Let's get this mission debriefing going and get the hell out of here. Ready for tomorrow's stream. That's you again. You do so much damage. I feel like this thing's stronger than the other ones in the actual cavern. And yeah, it says there's an indicator, but I don't know. I didn't see anything. I'm just doing it at the right time, I guess. But there's no indicator. That's what's throwing me, like, off. But yeah, you got a lot of HP. You're very strong, huh, for a fucking mob enemy. Or maybe I'm just unlucky. Yes. Stones. Can I please just go back to the garden? At least have a path to the cavern. There we go, finally. Back to Duel Academy, I mean, the garden. Not gonna say anything? Let's see. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seed exam. Taking care of your GF. This is something you have to watch out for. Well, I don't think they thought this through. In hindsight. But you do have to take care of your GF. You know, you gotta watch out for that. In real life. GF tutorial. Gee, I wish that was something you could actually do, you know, a tutorial on GFs. If we had any. A GF will level up as it gains experience, just using them, I'm assuming. Just having them equipped, I'm guessing. Yep. AP gained during battle. Action points can be distributed to learn different abilities. Decide to distribute the points. You gotta go to the GF menu, okay. Select GF, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna teach me how to level up a GF? Alright. Didn't think I'd be playing Digimon and World, but I guess we are. Alright, we gotta go to the dorms, change outfit, and go back to the first floor. Meet up with her or something. These things recharge. I do like that. But it doesn't say how much each casting of magic costs. So if I'm drawing like 5 fire, does that mean that fire has a set cost, or is it 1 each? You know what I mean? I don't think they even explain that properly. Okay. That's a long walk. You got something for me? Every single year you get troublemakers entering. Oh, how I enjoy scolding them. Good for you. Got some pretty women here. Good luck with seed exam. They even listen on to your conversations during seed. Okay, well, I want to assume that there's a save in the dorms, but I'm gonna go check. I mean, it makes sense, but you never know. Take me to the dormitory. No, don't go back. I like that. It's very dynamic. There's different NPCs going about their day. Makes the world feel pretty alive. I like that. Were we supposed to be going up? Yeah, we were then. Okay, it places you literally right outside. That is a little bit more convenient. we'll pass. Canonically, I think we should be able to. At least I think so. Nice, we got our dorm here. Or whichever one is ours. Maybe this one. Yep, that looks edgy as fuck, so I guess that's ours. That's our jacket up there. Let's get changed. It looks pretty goofy. I kind of like the thing we had before. I got the big old scar. Just saw that. Yeah. What's he looking at me like that? Well, there's nothing else here, so... just exploring a dorm for no actual reason. Okay. Well, let's save here and then go back to the beginning. Later. Okay, I hate that it reminds you. Instead of just opening it up. What does this mean? Why are you showing me Quista's stats? Anyway. Alright. Been playing for an hour and 17 minutes, not counting the intro and everything else, so... You know me, sometimes I like to double check. But yeah, that was Final Fantasy VIII. Great, keep that notification right there. We'll keep going, maybe weekly. I'll try to play as much as I can. But I still have to beat Coda Princess, which I might beat off camera, honestly. And just pick new games to play. I don't know, we'll see. Tomorrow is a special episode, so look forward to that, and until next time, goodbye.